time for another of some Dark Souls session of PvP. And, yeah, so I'm here in the arena. It is me and TwisterDon, also known on YouTube as Jiu-Jitsu Boy, fighting up against ShoTeSnipE. I don't know if he has a YouTube channel, but ShoTeSnipE and some randoms. And they're not really randoms, but to me they're randoms. I know some of the fights, it's 3-2-1 or 3-1-2 or whatever. I know some fights, it's Chocolate Panda. I think the later fights are more Chocolate Panda. And I think there's one other guy that's just random. I forgot to look at the names, just because especially they were like always the first to show up. But yeah, so this first fight, I'm fighting with my 4 Knights build. And I was just on it, and I was like, okay, yeah, you know, I'll just mess about, might as well. 4 Knights build, you know, it's really cool. You know, it's a neat take on a cosplay because it's sort of like 4 at once. Here, TwisterDon is coming in totally backing me up with that Fire Tempest, although I think he got, you know, he didn't get punished by that. That guy was going for a backstab. He was being ruthless. Nothing bad, I guess, but it was just like, damn, yeah, you gotta watch out. Yeah, ShoTeSnipE that's him, but who's this guy? Yeah, but you gotta watch out for sorceries, because sorceries is like, that was a crazy hit. Can't believe I was still over there for him, but whatever. But yeah, so sorceries, I mean, they're really like punishing. Like, you have to be smart about them. A miracle behind the pillar shot, like it hit him when he was there, and then he had moved. I was hoping to get in this guy's way, but so he maybe locked onto me instead. Yeah, when it comes to 2v2s, the way I feel about 2v2s is that, like, I don't like it when there's 2 simultaneous 1v1s going on. I want it to be like, we just got each other right there. I want it to be like, you know, at times it's, you know, 2 1v1s, and then other times it's like a 2v1 with like your reinforcements coming in, you know, for backup. I just think that's like, I don't know, it creates a lot more intensity. And I am running away now because they just took him out. And he just took me out. But anyway, so yeah, my mid-roll 4 Knights, you know, just messing about. I miraculously rolled through that unless I tanked it, but I really want to say I rolled through it. Here you go, launching off more, but I tanked it. Wasn't a good tank though. It definitely took a lot of damage, or it did a lot of damage. Something takes a lot of damage. So it'd be like a healing spell. Yeah, sort of overextended myself there. I definitely feel me and TwisterDon lost this one because of me. I'll be definitely open about that one, because this isn't like super like competitive awesome build. Alright, yeah, this is Chocolate Panda that we're playing against right now. But yeah, this isn't like, I mean, I fight with him competitively sort of, but I wouldn't say he's like my go-to competitive build guy whatsoever. Definitely because it's not the best build I've built, like in terms of strength-wise. It's one of the coolest, but not one of the best. It's like, no, turtle. And he just used a shuttle. Nothing I could do. If this was my strength build, I would have been in a similar situation. Maybe not, though. Maybe not so. Especially because that little dagger doesn't do shit for me during this fight. Yeah, I wasn't having any more of that shit, where you could get some ridiculous craziness out of it. I think I dodged a lot, but oh yeah, I just right punched it down. that was just a bad situation for me. No bueno, no bueno, or whatever. Yeah, this fight just was definitely. I mean, I haven't been keeping tabs, but I do know that we lost. Not only because, well, I was there to lose, but also because, I mean, if you didn't watch, I have been dying a lot. Try doing a sneaky turnaround, but that doesn't get me off too much. Like, you gotta really make me not like see it coming, like that. Didn't see it coming at all, but I knew it was about to happen. Like, I'm about to turn around, about to roll, but as I'm like turning around, rolling, he's there backstabbing me. It was very not well. This I think is awesome. I think I like free aimed it, and in like a last second he like either rolled into it or didn't roll away or something, and I got him. But yeah, so that's the conclusion of the first fight. We lost big time. So I decided to switch up my character, go to my cleric, one that's a bit more PvP ready. Or I mean the other one's PvP ready, but like it's more of a like preferred build of mine. Like I want to remake a cleric build around like being close to 120ish rather than being 146 as it is. But I know Chocolate Panda, who if he's still here, I believe he is, but if he's still here, his build I want to say is like 150ish or something. Maybe it's a bit more. I don't recall. But this is the 1 to 200, 100 frag or something. We can get away with 20 difference. Oh no, it's WOOF312 this time. But yeah, it's still me and TwisterDon versus ShoTeSnipE as a partner. Yeah, that just wasn't good for him. We were on both sides of him. Not even trying to be, that's just how it ended up being. Aimed for that guy, hit ShoTeSnipE, or for whoever the hell I wasn't aiming at. And I'm gonna keep trying to do that because the frickin' Gravelord Greatsword dance is just so wicked. It's so cool. That was some crazy range on that. The fact that it just swing and it still got me. But it's all good. It's all good. I was trying to go in for a backstab, but I guess the running attack overran it. I was a little surprised that didn't hit him. And that one I'm not too surprised. I mean, it looked like it got him, but I mean, on his screen, he was definitely well out of it. I was hoping that would have got him, but that didn't either. That emit force. But yeah, I'm glad ShoTeSnipE hit me up for this because I was sort of like at a loss for what I wanted to get. I mean, I know in recording the voice for the Ghost of Isolus, I came up with a pretty cool idea for another video. But it's, you know, I mean, you don't want to do just the same stuff of everything always, but I mean, sometimes it's like, what you like doing is just the same old stuff. Like, people love going to the forest. Me, I'm not a big forest fan. I'm just, if I want, you know, sort of flawless PvP, I'll just, you know, yeah, random invasions, but the forest, in terms of flawless PvP, is sort of like the Berg in terms of like, honorable PvP. It's like, you know you can always go to the Berg for honorable PvP. You know you can always go to the forest for dishonorable PvP. Not like it's a big deal. It's okay. If you're in the mood for it, it's great. But if you're trying to do one and not the other, it's like, come on, guys. Like, I say that about the Berg. Like, if I'm going there for some good old-fashioned fair PvP and I get some guy, you know, log spamming me and like, just, you know, even log spamming, it's not like that bad because we can get past it. But that was just dangerous if you were watching what it was going on. I was like rolling with this guy who shot at me, who that didn't do any damage somehow. Miracles. But yeah, so I mean, if you go to the Berg, and that was, I turned, I was doing one of those little fancy things, and I got punished for it. But yeah, so if you go to the Berg looking for a fair fight, and you don't get a fair fight, you can be a little, not upset, but not happy about it. Whereas if you go to the forest, I know I've seen videos where people are going there looking for anchors, and they're like sort of disappointed that people are trying to have fair fights because they want to get ganked, but at the same time they're not gonna like throw away a perfectly good fight. They're just, you know, who's gonna do that? Here I twop, but if you notice, I feel this is what twop is okay for. Just putting up a little area around me. They see twop, they're not gonna go inside. I can heal because I have a miracle that lets me. And thankfully he used Black Flame and he got me off of that because I was definitely going to try to throw him up in the air. Alright, now I'm going to come back and help TwisterDon because not so much that he needed the help, but a 2v2 is a lot easier when it can turn into a 2v1 for a period of time. Definitely makes them go into like a slight panic. Although the Fire Tempest wasn't a good idea though. And thankfully I dodged that. I don't think I heard it when I was playing, but I just sort of like dodged for the heck of it. And this is awesome because you see I got both of them up in the air with that Grave Lord sword. And that was just awesome. Get backstabbed for it, but it was totally worth it. Or got backstabbed for trying to do the other thing too close. I should have wogged. Wog would have been a great choice. I just waited and then done it. But I think I clicked it too many times. See, I knew he was up what he was up to, but it was I reacted a split second too late. A lot of dodge rolling, a lot of dodge rolling. Sorry, I was being quiet there. It was pretty intense for a moment. Yeah, this was a crazy fight. I gotta admit, this was a crazy fight. And here I am healing. I wish I wouldn't have healed because I died right there, and it's my fault. So I die. I'm coming back into the battle. Battle complete, and of course it's a draw because I tried to heal at the end. If I would have just ran to go help TwisterDon fight, it would have been a victory because I wouldn't have died because of just the time it would have taken. And this match got started like I was a couple seconds into the match when I started, you know, like where I cut it from, because I was in the middle of sending a message. I think ShoTeSnipE was like looking at a password or something because yeah, you could just tell he wasn't like actively doing something. So I had a great scythe out because he did, and I like matching people for like the 3 dex weapons I use with this character. But I decided it wasn't the best choice. And I wish I wouldn't have wog canceled the first one. It would have been a lot better if I did. And I just want to do a quick shrug for that thing a second ago. Get out of here. Thankfully, he got him. I was a little surprised that it actually hit him. He was pretty far. I sort of did that little taunt because like the guy kind of like just booked it. I mean, his buddy was gone, so I mean, you don't want to fight 2 people at once. That's just, you don't want to do that. So I mean, it makes sense to just tactically flee, or tactical retreat. That's what I should say, not flee. Flee makes sense. See, that would have been crazy, but and I try for that dual stab upwards again, but it did not happen. So here I am. I'm trying to lure them over, but they just weren't really caring about me. TwisterDon popped up, and I almost rolled right into the freaking lava pool. Thankfully, I did. I thought he was going to evade, but TwisterDon showed up and he sort of changed his flight pattern, so to speak. Tried to get style and free aim in that lightning bolt at the end, but it was not enough. I back up, and never mind, that's already gone. But yeah, so it's me against this guy. He almost had me with that, but thankfully he didn't. We both missed like idiots, I feel there. Like he rolled to do either DPS with roll attack or something, and we both missed. Yeah, and then I went to go try to help TwisterDon, but he didn't really need the help on that guy for that little game. But I still tried to help and ended up getting me killed because I just stopped like an idiot. Wog, you can do it! Yeah, I think I get messed up right here. Yep. Yeah, I just walked into a slaughter. I should have just walked again. Like, that's like perfect time when you're like surrounded and need a way out. It's one of those spells that's sort of just like vengeful. Like, you use it. If you use it offensively, fine, but it's best used when needed. You know, like every spell has its purpose. See, now I'm switching to the katana. Because I don't remember if one of them just buffed or something, or if one of them buffed the last game. But I know it's not, you know, it's not like the buff will last for too long in this fight. Plus, I don't really spam it too much. I kind of just have it in case I do have to strike. I'm just not a buff fan. Although if it hits someone, it's gonna hurt, because it's a lot of damage. Like that, yeah, we just like took him out. Like, I mean, he put up the first, I put up the second hit, he got him on a third, and it was over. This, we're sort of, I felt we were sort of being jerks, but at the same time, they had just done that to me. So I didn't feel bad pretty much like at all. That was just awesome. That was just awesome. The little katana thing we had going on there. We both do the attack. I don't know if he was trying to get the dead angle off or whatever. But, I mean, I had hit him by, like, the clip of my sword, the tip of my sword. Yeah, here I am. I'm just switching up to a different weapon at the cost of being hit. Like a wrath around the corner. I knew he was coming, and that I swung way too early. I wish I wouldn't have swung so early. I could have hit him and might have stunned him. Maybe. Probably not, though. But maybe. But yeah. I get him with the running attack, so I had that little bit of the hyper poise, so the chaos whip wouldn't stun me. And that guy, I'm glad he didn't hit me. That would have hurt pretty bad because of the red tear stone being engaged. I clipped him with the great scythe, and that definitely helped out the bit with a little bit of a fire combo TwisterDon had going on. And I cast way too early to be able to do anything with that. And yeah, battle's over. This time, the win goes to us. So right now, we're on 1-1-1, and I want to say, yes, this is my first pyro. I call him my stylized pyro. And I think, like, there's two different things that can happen with this character now. I've leveled him up since this. Like, during this time, he was a 143. During this fight, he was a 143 level. And now he's a 185. I want to try to make him into somewhere in the 300s if possible. And then just go like lone host in the forest. But if it doesn't work the way I want it to, then he's probably just going to get deleted, because after watching this fight, or after seeing me, me playing as this guy here, and then just watching anytime I play as my egghead, and when I just done the Ghost of Izalith video, like, this guy wouldn't even be able to contend against the Ghost of Izalith, and she has, like, significantly less health than this guy, I feel. Maybe they have the same health, but this guy probably has worse defenses than her, too, as well. But he looks so cool, and that's the problem, is that he looks cool, and he's my first pyro, and I don't want to give him up. the extra slot would be really nice for making a character. So I haven't decided yet. I'm kind of split. I'm split-minded on what to do. I don't know yet. This guy, I got him super lucky with that fire whip. See, I think a katana and fire goes well, but I'm not good with it anymore. Like, I feel like now that I don't use katanas primarily, like, I'm definitely not as good. And I was screwed there. I had to literally just look sideways so they didn't have my back. But yeah, that was just a bad situation for me to be in. Yeah, I got messed up right there. I want to say this is Chocolate Panda who's using the sorceries, and ShoTeSnipE was definitely using the pyros. And I'm getting like Chocolate Panda was doing really good damage with the sorceries. Like he knew, you know, he doesn't want to cast it at you randomly. Soul Spear, you won't just see him throw a Soul Spear across the way unless you're doing a Fire Tempest or you're getting out of a backstab. Like not being backstab, but doing the backstab. Yeah, that's definitely when you want to use them because it's like right as they're coming out of the enemy. So if they're not like immediately dodging, they might just get hit with it. And I knew he was up to something, so I didn't even worry about helping twist him down, because that was... It wouldn't have been good. But see, now I'm kind of ditching him to go fight this guy. Even though I want to say he just pursuers, because that's what the sorcerer would do. Yep. And I sort of basically lured him over here to help TwisterDon, to get TwisterDon killed. Oh, it's like the look of it all anyway. Almost got backstabbed. If he wasn't going for a backstab, then he was definitely scaring the shit out of me. And this guy, he hurt it up, and then I got wrecked. I mean, look at that. That was ridiculous. Like 3 or 4 things hit me. Frickin' Chaos Fireball, Home Soul Mass, Soul Spear. That would have been awesome if we would have hit like one person with 2 Great Combustion like the same time. That would have been so sick. That was just bad. Look at that combo. It was like, it was a frickin', it was getting me stuttering. It's a new rap song. I'm just kidding. Not really though. I don't know that one. And again, I'm hit. See, he just knows if someone's doing a Fire Tempest, back off Crystal Soul Spear. Which is what you should do. Definitely punish it. That. See, you know what's kind of like maybe not like good with this fight also is the fact that 3 people are using pyromancy. Like, it made it really like there was just too much pyromancy going on. Too much pyromancy. It was hard to tell, like who's who sometimes, and you don't want to dodge someone that's, you don't want to dodge your partner's pyro because you think it's someone else's. Sure, typically you would be able to tell, but just the off times that you can't, it messes you up. You just see fire everywhere. It's just not a good sight. Just trying to aggro those things. Just let them run into the wall. I think TwisterDon just poised through Dark Beat to backstab. It was a good call. I mean, because I think it looks like he only got hit with like half of them because he's still up and kicking. This I get a Fire Tempest off, but he just ninja rolls through it like a freaking monster, which is ridiculous. But alright. And this, I think we lost this one. Yep, we lost. I'd blame it slightly on me just because I was using this first pyro and he isn't good anymore. So I'm back at using the cleric, because this guy is just awesome. I love this guy. He's so much fun. I'm sure he may be a slightly bit over leveled for typical PvP, but I mean, he's a Punisher. I mean, I have a bunch of policing series that everyone seems to hate so fondly. But I mean, I don't care, because that's what I do. And you know, I mean, if I get mad at this game, instead of just like rage quitting and pissed off, I'm just gonna switch characters. I'll switch characters. I'll go jump on my cleric, and I'll go win again, because if you want to pull bullshit, I can pull bullshit right back. You want to heal? Bam, I got great heal on the ready. You want to twop? I got wogs waiting. Wogs waiting. Twop unnecessarily. See, I feel whenever you twop, you should always kind of stay where you're at. Like, if you are in the, like, bottom left corner of the bird, just pretend whichever way is up you want. Well, let's pretend you're, or let's just pretend one way is north, it doesn't matter which one. But, like, if you're in, like, the southwest corner, and you twop, and, you know, they come to you, and then they bitch about you twopping, they should have came at you. Because, you know, it's like a tranquil walk of peace. Let's just keep this area peaceful. When you use a defensive spell like that, offensively, you're just being an asshole. Because you're just you're mobilizing them to do something that's supposed to keep you safe. And, I mean, yeah, it's in the game. I guess you can use anything you want, technically, but I don't know. For me, I'd rather just use it defensively the way you're supposed to. And then you won't get rage for it. You won't get hate for it. Not that I'm just trying to avoid hate mail, but just that why do something to get people piss off at you if they think it's unfair? Like, you know what I mean? Like sure, not everyone has the same idea of what fair is, but I don't want to get twopped. Like, I don't want someone to twop and then sprint at me just to stun me to death. Or wog me to death, even worse. Then you're fucked unless you have a great shield, then you're not fucked. But yeah, I mean, I don't wanna be like that, so not. And I'm so lucky that those things didn't do me in. Yeah, he ran. Sorry, guys. He ran, like, right into that fire tempest. And I get punished for that. Oh, I'm not even mad about that. You shouldn't be gesturing in the middle of the battleground, in the middle of the fight. And then I tried to wog, but it was too late and too close proximity to where I was at. See, if I would have walked a second ago, I would have bounced that shit off, and it would have saved him. Not saved his life, because I don't know if he died. But maybe he did. I don't know anymore. Probably not. But, yeah. Yeah, dead angle with the katanas. Backstab, but that's all good. You gotta expect backstabs in the arena, or like a 2v2 arena, because it's, you know, you have like twice the chances of someone being at your back, and on top of that, not only do they have like just a greater chance of people being at your back, but also like if you just don't know someone is there, then you could just you get into these, you know, positions where like you don't realize, you know, where like one of your enemies are at, because you're just like focused on one of them. I think I tricked him. I think he thought I was gonna do a wog, because he rolled through what would have been a wog, but it was just a wind up for the emit force, and the emit force got him. Because when he gets out of his roll, the ninja flip roll, because it's such a long roll, like the emit force was right ready. Emit force is definitely a good spell. I like emit force. replenishment on for no good reason, because this is about to be maybe it do some good. Maybe. But yeah, probably not too much. It hardly does. Nah, that's not true. It does. It definitely does. The Sanctus is also awesome. Like, if you do HP recovery stuff, you gotta have the Sanctus. But that's just kind of, I guess, a no-brainer. I'm glad I just missed that. He was throwing his lava over by me, so that way I didn't get backstabbed, which is pretty cool. He's a pretty good teammate. He knows, like, you know, he knows when to just do his own thing, and he knows that sometimes you gotta, like, throw some of your partner's way, keep them, make sure they stay alive. The little log spam. And see there, if you're looking at it, I meant to do an emit force. My emit force was up, but it just, I guess the I don't know, it had a Dark Souls moment, but this is the end, and thanks you guys for watching.